Hello students, welcome back. This is Dr. Mercado. This week we are going to be covering Chapter 11, which deals with accounting for purchases and cash payments. I hope all of you are having a wonderful week and are getting ready to get started. In this chapter, we are going to be dealing with merchandise purchases transactions. Okay, we're going to learn a variety of purchases transactions. We're going to describe and use the different merchandise purchase accounts and be able to also compute our gross profit in the process. We're going to be posting from our journal to our ledgers, as well as prepare a schedule of accounts payable. There is a lot of important information in this chapter. Please make sure that you do read the chapter before you attempt any of your assignments. So remember, my lectures are more problem-based oriented. So by now you should have read the chapter. That way you are familiar with what the content that is going to be covered in the lectures. Okay. So the first exercise that we are going to be covering today is exercise 11-2A. So exercise 11-2A deals with trade discounts and cash discounts. So the problem reads: merchandise was purchased on account from Jacob's distributors on May the 17th. The purchase price was $2,000 less a 10% trade discount and credit terms $210 net $30. We are being asked to, number one, calculate the net amount to record the invoice less a 10% trade discount. Number two, calculate the amount to be paid on the invoice within the discount period. And number three, journalize the purchase of the merchandise on May 17 in a general journal. We have to journalize the payment on May the 27th within the discount period. Okay, so let's work on the first requirement first, which says to calculate the net amount to record the invoice less a 10% trade discount. Well, before we begin, let's go ahead and cover what a trade discount is. This is a definition coming straight out of your ebook. Okay, so a trade discount is basically a reduction from the list or catalog price offered to different classes of customers. So if we have a really good customer, we're going to tell our customer, okay, these are our catalog or list prices. Because you're such an awesome customer, you're going to get 20% off trade discount on anything on the catalog. Okay, so the better the customer is, the higher the trade discount. If it's a brand new customer and you're trying to establish more business with them, maybe to incentivize it, you'll offer a 5% trade discount to build the relationship. Okay, but trade discounts vary by the customers. Okay, they're offered to different customers. They're not offered to everyone, and it varies. So the customer is being said or told, look at the list or catalog price, and based on that, this is the discount that I'm offering, and it's specific to the different classes of customers that each company has. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the gross amount of the purchase. Okay, and it says here that we purchased $2,000 of merchandise. This is the list price of the goods. Okay, now it says that we're getting a trade discount, so we're going to reduce by less the 10% trade discount. Okay, so to calculate the trade discount, we're going to get the $2,000 times 10% discount. That gives me a $200 discount. Okay, and then we can figure out the net amount of purchases. Okay, so the net amount will be equal to your gross amount minus your trade discount of 10%. That will give you a net amount of purchases of $1,800. Okay, so that is requirement number one. Okay, requirement number two is asking us to calculate the amount to be paid on the invoice within the discount period. So here they gave us discount terms. Look at the credit terms. Okay, let me mark them off for you. That way we can see what we're talking about. Okay, so the credit terms, 2-10 and 30. So what does that mean? It means that if you pay within 10 days, you're going to get a 2% discount. If not, everything is due within 30 days. Okay, so if you pay within 10 days, you're going to get a 2% discount. So it says to calculate the amount to be paid on the invoice within the discount period. So we paid within those 10 days. Okay, so now I'm going to get my net amount of my purchases, which is $1,800. Okay, and I'm going to deduct the discount, okay? And my discount is 2%. So I'm going to get 1,800 times it's 2%, and that's going to give me a discount of $36, okay? And then that will give me the net amount to be paid, okay? Which would be the 1,800 minus the $36. That gives me $1,764. Okay, so requirement 2, calculate the amount to be paid on the invoice. Yes, we owe $1,800, but because we pay within the discount period, I'm going to get a $36 discount, so I am only responsible to pay $1,764. Okay, that is requirement number 2. Okay, now, purchase discount is covered in depth in your book. They provide a lot of information. Read over it. Okay, so it says here, purchase discounts is a contra purchase account. Okay, it is reported as a deduction from your purchases on the income statement. So they give you an example here. You're always going to have your purchases accounts, less purchase discounts, and then that will give you your net purchases. Okay, when we are getting ready to record our entries, anytime we have purchase discounts, it's going to have a normal balance of a credit. Okay, this is coming straight out of your book. Okay, so purchase discounts is a contra purchases account with a normal balance of a credit. Okay, so that is requirement 2. Requirement 3, they're asking us to journalize the purchase of the merchandise on May the 17th. And then we have to journalize the payment on May the 27th within the discount period. So let's tackle May the 17th first. Okay, so May the 17th, we have to journalize the purchase. Okay, so we're going to have purchases. And how much is the amount of my purchases? Okay, here we have to be careful. Okay, the amount of my purchases will be the amount that we calculated in requirement 1. Okay, why? Because we have a trade discount. So the amount of my purchases is going to be the gross amount less your trade discount. That is going to be the net amount of your purchases, and that is $1,800. Okay, purchases gets debited. Okay, and it says that you journal. How do we pay it? Merchandise was purchased on account, so we purchase this merchandise on account. When we purchase on account, we credit accounts payable, and this is for Jacob's distributors. Okay, so accounts payable is a liability. The normal balance of a liability is a credit, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to credit accounts payable for $1,800. And we can put a description here. We purchased merchandise on account. Okay. So this is my first journal entry. We are recording the purchase of the merchandise. Yes, the merchandise was listed at $2,000, but we were offered a 10% discount. So the amount of my purchases is actually $1,800. Okay. Now let's look at the payment. This is happening on May the 17th. Okay. No, May the 27th. I'm sorry. On May the 27th, we are making a payment within the discount period. Okay, so the first thing we need to figure out is how much do we have in our books for? How much are we going to clear? Okay, well, I know that we have in our books, we just recorded it, an accounts payable of $1,800. That is how much we show that Jacob's Distributors owes us. Well, we have to clear that, okay, because they're making a payment for it. So what am I going to do to clear it? I'm going to do the opposite of that. So I'm going to debit my accounts payable for Jacob's Distributors, okay, for the full amount of $1,800, okay. Now we are making a payment, okay, a payment, okay. Now, how much are we going to pay? Well, the problem asks us to calculate, the payment amount. But remember, we had a credit terms of 210 and 30, which means that if we paid within the discount period, we got a discount. Okay. So the amount that we're going to pay, we're not going to pay $1,800. We're only going to pay $1,764. Okay. That is the amount that's going to be paid because we had a discount based on our credit terms of 210. Okay, so the cash that's going to be paid is going to be 1,764. So that is a credit because we are paying out cash. Okay, so the cash is being paid of 1,764. We've cleared our payable. Now we no longer owe to Jacob's distributor. Now we have to record the difference. If you notice, we're not in balance. Remember, debits must always equal credits. So what account am I going to use? Well, we have an account called Purchase Discounts. And if we go down here, it says Purchase Discounts. We credited to enter the cash discounts taken. Okay, so what was the amount of my discount taken right here? It was $36. Okay, so we credited based on our T account provided down here. Purchase discounts gets credited. Okay, so accounts payable is cleared for the full amount that we recorded it, which was the $1,800. You always have to clear the full amount. Cash, you only pay the actual amount that you calculated, the amount of the purchases less the discount. I'm going to pay $1,764, and the difference should be your purchase discounts that is put into a separate account called Purchase Discounts. Okay, and then here we can put we paid invoice within discount period. Okay, so since I'm using Excel, I'm just going to make sure that my debits equal my credits because I want to make sure that we are in balance. Okay, whenever you are doing journal entries, I always like to just make sure that my debits equal my credits. That way I know that I am in balance before I start transferring information over to my ledgers. Okay, so these are the two transactions that we had to do, and we basically use our computations from requirement 1 and requirement 2 to do our journal entries for the 17th and the 27th. Okay, so basically we did the calculations and then it just simplified things for us, for we had to journalize the entry. Okay, so that is basically it for this exercise. It exposes us to the trade discount, to the purchase discounts, and we journalize those specific entries, both the purchase of the merchandise as well as the payment of whatever we owed. Okay, so that is basically it for exercise 11-2. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.